Hi everyone, welcome to Anu's classroom. In this video, we will be discussing about a few important questions that we have observed from the previous year's question papers that are collected for MMPC 6, that is marketing management. So without much delay, let us get started right into the topic, right? So the first question in this video is define marketing environment. Why and when should a firm embark on scanning the environment? Discuss with an example. So this is from the unit which deals with marketing environment analysis in block 1. Okay, so from there, define marketing environment. It is the all the what you can say, the surrounding environment that defines the marketing strategies or the choice of the marketing mix and all of a particular firm, right? That is the marketing environment. When and why should a firm embark on scanning the environment? Whenever there is a change in the environmental factors, or whenever we are trying to bring out a new product, or for market analysis, to know what are the need gaps in the market so that we can build a product or a service that can suit it, like all those different things, right? Whenever so you can write, so you can also what you can say, borrow your ideas from whatever you have learned in business environment subject as well for discussing or answering such a question. And always, even if they have not asked, you should always, it is a good idea to give an example. So this question was actually a two-part question, and this was the first part of that question. So in this, you can talk about the various factors included in the macro environment and the micro environment and such things. Okay. Second part is what is meant by the term segmentation. What is segmentation? It is the act of slicing into different levels. So in quantitative analysis also, we had spoken about segmentations, right? We had a type of sampling stratification where we were stratified sampling also, we were segmenting our entire population into different levels or strata. So that is the same thing over here also. Segmentation, the word meaning doesn't change, but how are we using it over here? Here we are segmenting the entire total market into various segments based on different criteria, right? What could be the criteria? Based on the lifestyle, based on demography, that is demography as in the income amounts and all, okay, or the geography, the psychographic factors like what are our interests, what are our values, culture, such things. We can segment our market. And what is the whole purpose of segmentation? It is so as to find our target audience and route all our efforts of marketing efforts for achieving the best result out of the target market. So describe the 4 ways that the market could use segmentation in the market. That is just this: lifestyle, then demography, then geography, and psychographic. Okay, so that is the 4 ways that the marketer uses segmentation in the market. Then you can give an example also, like lifestyle. If you have a very posh lifestyle, if you want to cater to the people who are living a posh lifestyle, then definitely you, and if you are an automobile manufacturer, say for example, you will be making some cars that could actually have that cool design features or classy paint and stuff like that, maybe a Porsche kind of thing, right? Based on demographics, if you are targeting budget customers, then you will definitely make a fan edition kind of thing of your flagship stuff, right? So these kind of decisions, these kinds of segmentations get done. What are the objectives of pricing? Discuss with an example. So pricing also, there's an individual unit for pricing. What are the objectives? It could be for market penetration, right? If we are launching a new product, definitely the first time while introduction or in the growth phase, we will price our products so that we can penetrate into the market. Once it reaches a ample maturity stage, then we will change our pricing strategy in order to increase our sales or profit, right? That would be our pricing strategy. So based on that, you can tell the different objectives of pricing with examples. Okay, for each of the following product, okay, they've given a few products and asked us to write about our opinion. Should the seller adopt a market skimming or market penetration pricing strategy? Give reasons for your decision. Okay, so what is market skimming and what is market penetration? Market penetration, we are trying to penetrate into the new market and get more customers, right? So for that, what will we do is we will actually price our products a little low initially, and once we penetrate into the market, once we have ample customer base, then we will increase the price. That is market penetration. Market skimming is right opposite. That is like if you have a very innovative product and you think that is the future of that particular technology, okay, then when you initially introduce it, you will definitely price it very high. And why do you price it high? Because you know, once this idea is out, all of your competitors and everybody, they're gonna grab into that idea. They're also gonna pitch in, and new products will come up in the market which may even be similar to or a little bit better than your products as well from your competitors. So you only have that advantage, that competitive advantage is there only until your competitors catch up to you, right? So at that time, what will we do? We will price our products high, and once there is competition in the market, as the competition increases and we have to keep up with our sales and profits, we will slowly reduce the price a little bit. That is market skimming. Okay, so in the case of an electric passenger car, right now what we are seeing, the electric cars are costlier than our petrol cars or diesel cars, right? So the pricing strategy, what they are including is actually the skimming strategy. Why? Because right now, Mahindra, Toyota, Tata, they're all coming up with their own models of electronic vehicles. And once almost all the manufacturers bring into the table their own varieties of electric vehicles, and as technology increases, what can you expect? The price of the electric vehicles are definitely gonna come down, at least to be at par with the petrol or diesel cars, right? So electric passenger cars, as of now, we will be definitely looking for market skimming, because it is still an upcoming and technology with a lot of scope for improvement. But if it is a top end mobile phone, then it so again, skimming or penetration. So in these two cases, okay, electric passenger car or top end mobile phone, when I say skimming or when I say market penetration, it is just my idea, okay? You can think, and you so what they're asking over here, and MMPC 6 especially, the nature of marketing itself is actually how people think differently in case of when it comes to marketing. So especially these kind of questions where they're asking for individual opinions, though I say one opinion, do not think that that is the hard and fast correct thing. Okay, I'm just saying, especially in such questions, and these kind of questions you will find a lot in your term and examinations also. Okay, they'll ask about a concept and ask you to tell your opinion about it, or they'll give you a situation and ask you how would you react, or how would you market, or what are the steps that you will do. So what actually is you have to write is your opinions. Okay, whatever you think is right, you write that, and you give ample amount of what you can say points to justify your opinion or your viewpoint. And the thing is, just like how marketing department of every company tries to market and convince us that their product is the best, your aim in term and examination for MMPC 6 should be to convince the examiner that your point of view is right with ample amount of justification, okay, and definitions and stuff like that. Convince them that this idea is going to work and you're going to get marks. So that is how this MMPC 6 question paper patterns have been there. So definitely write your answers from that point of view. Okay, so you can have your own opinions of electric passenger car and top end mobile phone pricing strategy. Just make sure that you write your reasons for this decision. Okay, give reasons for your decision. So a gentle reminder for those of you who are listening and have not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing if you like our videos, and if you are interested in listening or interested in getting more videos like this, definitely do press the bell icon so that you will be notified every time I put out a new video. Share it with your friends as well, so that many people can actually benefit from such videos. So moving forward, the next question, explain the unique characteristics of services that make them different from products. This is from the fourth block, okay. Block 4, we have an entire unit dedicated to saying how products are different from services. So in products, we have only 4 aspects in the product marketing mix itself, right? The product, the place, the promotion, and the what all are that? Price, yeah, and the price. But when it comes to services, it also includes people, physical evidence, and the process of how the service is done. So you can talk about that. Then how does a product differ from a service? Products or goods are generally physical or tangible products. Services may not be completely tangible. What is a service? It is any activity or a benefit that one party can one party can offer to another. That is essentially something intangible and does not result in the ownership of anything. Okay, its production may or may not be tied to a physical product, like for example haircut. But if you are talking about an airline service, then one thing, that is the aircraft, is something tangible, but the rest of the service is intangible, like how the air hostesses treat you. But the food that you get is tangible. right? But the taste of it, or your taste preference, whether you like it or not, that is something intangible. Whether the food was hot or not, that is intangible, right? So services may or may not be completely linked to a tangible product. So such differences you can write to distinguish between a service and a product as in good, with examples. Then, what do you understand by the term green marketing? Discuss its significance and the factors that drive green marketing initiatives by the firm. So, green anything, whether it be green marketing or green annual report, whatever it is. If you see the word green, immediately what should come to your mind is that it is something that is done with the concern for the economy or the nature, our planet Earth. Green, okay. So, what is the on those lines you can write about what do you understand by green marketing. Okay, what are the different significance and the factors that drive green marketing initiatives? Consumer awareness. Nowadays, more and more our consumers are starting to become aware of their buying choices or the products that they use and their effects on environment. In makeup products itself, right now you can see, or even in dress materials, how it is eco-friendly, how it is cruelty-free, right? How and products are coming with a green stamp on it, right? All those things. So consumers are becoming more and more aware. There are government policies also that is getting implemented, like ban of plastics and all, and emphasis on degradable stuff, reusing of things. There are government policies over there, waste management, all such things are coming up. So that is also one of the reasons why nowadays firms are more into this green marketing. So first you can say is the consumer awareness. Next you can say government policies. Same way company policies also. Maybe the company's policy, they are trying to reduce their carbon footprint and stuff like that. Then company policies also can be a driving factor towards green marketing. Write short notes on these following topics. First is importance of product positioning. So product positioning also we talked about in one of the blocks, right? What do you mean by product positioning? We spoke about it along with brand awareness. When we say we are positioning the product, what we are trying to do is we are trying to get our products to stay with our consumers, to have a place in their lives or in their hearts, right? In their mind especially. That is product positioning. Why is it important? It will definitely improve our sales volume, our market penetration, profit margins will be higher, we will be getting more and more word of mouth publicity also, right? And moreover, it is the first steps towards creating a brand and brand awareness. Okay, so those are the importance of product positioning. Line stretching and line filling, we said, right? When we are trying to stretch the line means stretching, right? We are increasing the number of products in that particular product line. When we are not increasing the number of products as in the count of it. Okay, line stretching, maybe initially we used to output 1,000 shampoos. Now we are going to increase it to maybe 10,000 or 1 lakh products. Line filling, on the other hand, is we are trying to increase more products into our line. Like initially our hair care line, it had shampoos and conditioners. Now we are going to add hair serum or maybe hair oils into it. That is line filling. We are trying to introduce more and more products into it. Steps in the planning sales promotion program. So this is actually directly taken from your advertisement and sales promotion unit. There is a section dedicated entirely for steps in planning sales promotion program. They have discussed 8 steps over there. First one being assessing and analyzing the present situation. Then after that, dealing with identification of the alternatives. Then third is incorporating creativity into the schemes that we will be offering. Fourth, legal validity of all our sales promotion schemes. Fifth, will be timing and duration, or deciding on the timing and duration of the schemes to be offered. Sixth will be cover the development of the evaluation criteria in relation to sales promotion goals being set. Then seventh is it relates to monitoring the offer and collecting the relevant data and experiences for future use. Eighth is, it is the last step, it deals with evaluating the effectiveness of our sales promotion in the context of their goals. So this is actually 10.15 section, that entire section. That is the answer for this. Service delivery system. So what is service delivery system? It comes in the distribution management unit. So the service delivery system, you have to actually take notes from both your distribution management as well as your marketing of services. In that, how whatever they have told about how we can distribute services. So both those things you have to actually combine and form the answer for service delivery system. You can start by saying what is a service and what is delivery system, that is what is distribution, how is it important, then if it is a service, how important the location of the service is to the customer, is the service a technology based or people based, how important and complementary services are to the location decisions and such things. Like if it is a hotel, how would you do it, if it is an airline, if it is life insurance, if it is shares, employment, financial services, products, like different products, how this distribution management or the delivery system for these will change. So you have to write about it from distribution of services or delivery of services from the overall perspective. Okay, so unlike the previous question, that is steps in planning sales promotion program, you will not find a direct answer to this in your textbook. Then challenges in rural marketing, that also comes in the last block. So what are some of the few challenges? Education of the people, right? In the education of the people, then digital adoption or digitalizations, transportation, the income levels, all these things are challenges that a marketer will face when they are trying to market their products in the rural setup. Then, next question, consumers buy brands, not products. Discuss the statement with an example with an importance of why branding is there in the light of above statements. So, when you're talking about buying an iPhone, what are you actually trying to get? You're not, if whatever you wanted was a phone, you would have gone for maybe a 5,000 rupees Realme phone. But you did not. You went and bought an iPhone specifically. Why? What are you trying to own there? You're trying to own a piece of equipment or that brand with you, right? So consumers buy brands and not products. We are asked to justify this statement with example and along with stating why branding is important. So you have to write pro brands. Okay, you have to think from pro brand attitude and write by having an Audi car. Okay, why do you do that? Or why do you go for an iPhone? Why do you go for an iPad or MacBook? Things like that. So think from the brand's perspective, how brand and branding decisions drive consumer behavior. Louis Vuitton, Gucci. Why do people? Why are girls behind that? If all you want is a handbag, just go buy get one handbag that does your purpose, right? No, but having a Louis Vuitton bag, it's a very big thing, right? So why? It is a brand. And how does these brand images, how does these branding decisions, the logo, the slogan, how the store entirely is set up, the kind of service that you get from the stores, how it affects your relationship with the brand and therefore the product, and such buying and consumer decisions, all those things you can tell in favor of the statement along with saying why branding is important. Then the next question is, describe the psychological factors that affect consumer buying behavior. How, as a marketer of frost-free refrigerators, would you apply the concept of selective exposure and selective distortion in your marketing activity? So you can almost find out such questions. Most of the questions that you will find in your term and examination as per pattern so far would be such questions, right? They'll give you a case, they'll try to put you in the shoes of a marketeer or somebody in that position in the marketing field and try to get what you would do in such situations. So you will also have to answer like that only. So the psychological factors that affect consumers buying behavior, we have an entire unit dedicated for consumer behavior, you can find from there. So what is selective exposure and selective distortion? Selective exposure is the perception of certain facts and not others. Okay, that is, you might be though it is there, though you will be listening to it, no, though you will be hearing about certain facts about a product, you will not listen to all the facts there is. Like for example, if you are talking about an iPhone, there might be some very few ways in which an Android would be better than the iOS, or how a Samsung phone would have been better than getting an iPhone, but you won't listen to it, right? Why? Because you're not perceiving. Okay, maybe you did not know or maybe you did not listen to it, but that is selective exposure. You are being exposed to only certain facts of that particular product. Then comes selective distortion. That is, though you know that these are the drawbacks, you are trying to bring in more points to overcome those, like make new information fit into your old beliefs. Okay, like how you can get through this. So that is selective distortion. You might be believing that your old belief would be that the iPhone itself is the best phone for you. So even when people are saying that iPhone, if you have a 12 or a 13 iPhone, please do not simply upgrade it to an iPhone 14 because it is not that great. But you will definitely, if you are an iPhone enthusiast, you will definitely find ways to justify your selection of going for an upgradation to iPhone 14, right? So that is selective distortion. So based on that, so understanding the concept of what selective exposure and selective distortion is, you have to think from your side and say, if you were to be marketing frost-free refrigerators for your company, how would you use these concepts to market your product? Okay, so I'm leaving that thing entirely up to you, because this is something that you should come up with. Okay, discuss the distinguishing characteristics of services which make them different from goods. Explain with examples. So we have already discussed it in this question answer session itself. I am not going again into the same thing. Next, what are the major considerations involved while designing marketing organization structure? Discuss by taking the example of any organization of your choice. So, marketing organization structure is what they're asking about, is actually how you would set up your product production, selling, or marketing, or holistic marketing. How you would do those different production concepts, sorry, the marketing concepts, right? Whether you will go for a production concept, that is like fast food chains, or whether you will go for a product concept like iPhone, whether you will go for a selling concept like LIC or life insurance products, whether you go for a marketing strategy, or whether you will go for a holistic approach where everything, including communication, internal marketing, research and analysis, consumer behavior, and all such things, finance, everything will be considered while creating your marketing strategy or not. That is the question being asked. So you can take the example of any organization, maybe even Starbucks, or any McDonald's, or iPhone, Apple, any organization of your choice, and write how these different things work up. Okay, these different concepts work. That is the example they're asking. Explain how the marketing mix has to be changed during the different stages of product life cycle. Illustrate with a suitable example. So product life cycle, we said, right? There is an initial stage, introduction stage, then comes the growth stage, then comes a maturity, then saturation and decline. That is the product life cycle. How we change the marketing mix. Marketing mix is the 4 P's, that is the product, the price, the promotion, and the place. How these things change. Okay, especially we have already discussed with emphasis on the price aspect, right? While we're introducing, maybe we can talk about, maybe we will implement product penetration pricing or skimming pricing. Then as we grow, we will try to get more sales out of it and generate the profit. Then during saturation, we might include more and more sales promotion techniques. Okay, by declining also, we'll try to revamp and maybe reinvent a little bit, and bring it back to that maturity or the saturation stage once again. So such tactics, that is what they're asking to illustrate. Okay, primary data is often collected for marketing decisions despite secondary data being available in abundance. Elaborate. So you can talk about it by taking into consideration what primary data is, what secondary data is, what are the advantages of primary data, what are the disadvantages of secondary data, and such things from your MMPC 5 itself. Okay, it is absolutely not an issue that you borrow your concepts from other subjects also in MMPC 6. Okay, in IGNOU term and examination mainly, you can borrow your concepts from other subjects as well, but just make sure that whatever you're writing is relevant to the question being asked. Okay. Next, explain the various pricing methods used by marketers, giving suitable examples. So we have everyday pricing, everyday low pricing, like in GeoMart or DMart. Every day there is a sale, every day it is a discounted price. We have penetration pricing, we have price skimming, high-low pricing. So those are the different pricing methods. It is given in detail in the unit where we are talking about the pricing. Again, write short note on the concept of market. So what is market and what is marketing? You can write, right? It is the science. So market is the place where buying and selling or exchange of goods and services take place. What is marketing? It is the art and science of choosing the target market, getting and keeping and growing the customers through creating, delivering, communicating superior customer value, and all such things you can write down for talking about the concept of market. There are different types of market, especially based on the location or the geography. We can say local markets, regional markets, national markets, international markets, global markets, like that. Online markets, e-commerce platform, all different types of markets are there. You can elaborate on whatever is your understanding about market. Then reference groups as a determinant of consumer behavior. So who are reference groups? Reference groups are the social or the work or the family or friends that we have, our colleagues. They are, so whenever we are going to get a new phone or a new laptop, or maybe we want to do a wedding purchase, we always ask around to our friends and family and colleagues and all, right? Hey, where did you get this from? I'm planning on buying a new phone. What is your opinion? Or if you are searching for a new job also, do you have any referrals? What do you think the company culture of so and so organization is? Do you have any friends friends who are working there. Such kind of things we ask. Okay, so the people whom we ask it to becomes our reference group, and the opinions they share with us definitely have an impact on our decision making behavior, right? Our consumer behavior. Even in the case of our term and examination itself, when you're listening to me, definitely whatever opinions that I give you will shape your thoughts and ideas as well, right? So that is what the impact of reference groups will have on consumer behavior, and that is one of the reasons why, especially questions where your opinions are being asked for, I don't jump and give it conclusions, because once you hear somebody's opinion, that gets into your mind. It has happened with me also, so it will actually, I always used to feel that it is restricting my own creative thinking, because once you hear that opinion, then your mind is automatically wired in that direction, and it takes some time to break free of that thinking and form our own opinions or contradict that particular way of thinking. And that though it is good in for a small extent, I think overall when you say it curbs our own individual creativity. So that is the reason why, though I guide you and give you tips on it, I don't go in depth into it. Okay, I want all of you guys to be very creative people, very creative business administrators. Then only we can have a very good and strong workforce in our country and make it a good place with good talent. Product line decisions. So product line decisions, whether we have to stretch or whether we have to fill, such kind of decisions are product line decisions. We have already discussed about it, we are not discussing again. Methods of sales forecasting. What are the few methods of sales forecasting? So as such, sales forecasting is not there in our syllabus, but in case it comes, what are the methods of forecasting could be short term, long term, medium term, right? The different types of forecasting we have already studied in 5 and 6, sorry, in 4 and 5. So with regards to sales forecasting, we might be thinking about our past sales, expert opinions, environment analysis, statistical methods. All these things will come into picture when we are going for sales forecasting. So on those lines you can form your answer. Training of sales personnel. So sales personnel and personal selling, we have a unit over there, and in that they have given in detail about how training of sales personnel can be done, right? Induction, the field training or shadow training, where the new trainees will be mapped to already existing senior sellers or sales promoters, and they will be asked to assist them and as like a shadow, okay, and understand from them how things are done. Inside sales, field sales, service sales, sales management, all those different methods you can talk about. So that is the training of sales personnel. So I think we will wind up this video over here. I don't want it to stretch more than half an hour per video. That is the reason why. We have a lot more questions to be discussed. We will discuss them and I will upload them in upcoming parts. So all the very best. Catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.